the Sheikh said that Allah Azza wa Jal has descended the Sharia, the law of Islam, so it will serve the human needs and interest, whether these interests are something that we could see now or in the future. Allah did not create this earth or this life out of blame or for vain. Allah Azza wa Jal will not benefit from anyone in this life, any of his servants, even if they all gather to benefit him or to harm him, they cannot achieve that. So Allah Azza wa Jal put these laws, this Sharia, only to serve the human life, to enhance it, to empower it. And the Sharia came to protect 5 things. One of them is, of course, the religion, the soul, insanity, and so on. But one of them that the Shaykh is talking about today is to protect the soul, the life, the human life. And that's why the Sharia came with several laws to serve that interest. For example, the Sharia forbids abortion, especially after 120 days. Even if that baby is going to come deformed, the only way that you could have an abortion is to protect the mother's life if there is a conflict between the 2 lives. And also came to forbid to kill yourself, to commit suicide. And you could find evidence in the Quran, in the Sunnah, that forbid this and make it very severe, to criminalize it where people will not attend it because the punishment for it is eternal life in hellfire. Also, Allah Azza wa Jal has forbid to kill the soul, except with what Allah has legitimized, like the people who are fighting you, or the criminals who kill others, and so on. And that is not restricted to the to the Muslim lives. It's also for those, for the others who are not fighting in the religion. All peaceful men and women everywhere, regardless of their race and their color, because killing one soul as if you have killed everybody, all humanity, and saving one soul as if you have saved all humanity. Also, the Sharia came to allow us to use medicine, encourage us to use medicine, and actually it does not force you into it except at the time of emergency when the life is dependent on it. And that's also to preserve the life of the person. And this whole introduction, this whole thing that the Sheikh is talking about, because there's an issue that has been discussed in England that's really is immoral. It has a mental defect, a mental problem, because they're saying, let everybody, do nothing to the coronavirus, and let it kill whomever it kills. It will kill the elders, it will kill those who have weak immunity, all those that we don't need in our society. We only will have leftover the strong that's going to enhance this life. Of course, that logic is wrong. It's not in Islam. Because this way they wanted to kill 60 or 70% of the population and only keep the strong, only keep few that they think that's going to be beneficial to life. Those who are not productive, and they always look at the dollar sign, because they look at the elders, the weak, and someone who's not going to produce to the country money-wise, the dollar-wise. And this is not a joke. This is something that is really discussed in serious matter. And some people are trying to adopt this to make it a policy for life. And that's opposite what Islam comes in with. Because this ideology is more dangerous than the coronavirus itself. It is forbidden in Islam to have that kind of thinking, to that have a policy. We honor the elders. Allah Azza wa Jal give us great reward when we are serving the elders, the weak. And so Islam always encourages to serve and preserve the lives. And the Sheikh mentioned, like the doctor, whenever he has so many patients, and he has limited amount of resources, of machines that he could serve them with, he look at his standards, and these standards have no difference between how wealthy you are, or what color you are, or where you're from, what's your classification in society. He looks at who needs this machine the most, who are we going to serve the best, and then how are we going to serve them in that standard. So in Islam, we always go into preserving the life. May Allah protect us all from any harm and forgive all our sins.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله.